Hi lovely people, you're welcome to my YouTube channel. In today's video, I'll be sharing with you 3 amazing jollof rice recipes and they are simple to make. Let's get right into the video. So in here I have some fresh tomatoes, onions, red bell peppers, scotch bonnet pepper, and I also have some spring onions and some garlic. I will transfer these into my baking sheet which I've already oiled. Then I'll roast it until it gets charred. So this is to help introduce some smokiness into the jollof rice. And I've also realized that this helps to add some unique flavor and taste to the jollof rice. After transferring it to the baking sheet, I'll sprinkle some oil on it. Then I'll send it into the oven and allow it to roast. And here we have our charred ingredients. I've allowed this to cool down a bit, so I'll transfer it into the blender and blend into a fine paste set aside for us to use later. And here we have some oil heating up already. We'll go ahead and add some onions to this. Let it fry until it is translucent. Then we'll go in with our tomato paste. After adding the tomato paste, we'll mix everything together and allow this to fry for about 15 minutes. But I'll be stirring this from time to time within the 15 minutes to make sure it does not get burnt. If you enjoy watching the video, kindly give it a thumbs up. Thank you. This is after about 15 minutes and this is how the tomatoes look like. It's now time for us to add our blended ingredients. That is the ingredients we roasted and blended earlier. After this has fried for a while, I'll go in with some spices and seasoning. So here I have salt, rosemary powder, curry powder, seasoning cube, anise seed powder, and then fennel seeds. You can use any spices of your choice, so I'll add this, mix everything together and let it continue to fry until the stew is ready. Our stew is now ready for us to add in the rice. I've washed the rice already, so I'll go ahead and transfer it into the stew. I will add some stock to this and water to cook the rice until it is ready. At this point, you can make use of only water if you do not have any stock, and you can also use only the stock if it will be enough to cook the rice, but in this case, I'll be using both. I would like to take this opportunity to thank you all for always supporting my YouTube channel. Please continue to do so by subscribing to this channel. Thank you. We need to make sure this is well mixed. Then after mixing this, we'll cover it and allow it to cook. But we'll stir from time to time to make sure this does not get burnt. And after some time, we open to check the rice, and then this is how it looks like. It is not yet ready, so I will stir it and allow it to continue cooking until it is ready. Wow, can you see the smoke coming out from our jollof rice after we opened it? So at this point, our rice is ready. It is time for us to serve and enjoy, and this tasted so yummy and delicious. So we prepared this meal on New Year Day and we served some of our neighbors, that is some of the village people we are staying with, and trust me, they really enjoyed it and we also enjoyed this as well. So Please give this recipe a try and trust me, you will not regret for doing that. Thank you so much for watching, and if you haven't given this video a thumbs up, kindly encourage me by doing so, and also subscribe to this channel if you haven't subscribed for more valuable content. We enjoyed this with some turkey meat. I'll be posting a video on how we prepare this turkey meat. Thank you for watching. I'll be using chicken for this jollof rice, and I'll be using the stock from it to prepare the jollof. So to get a rich stock for our jollof rice, I'll be making use of garlic, ginger, onions, and some rosemary to steam the meat. I'll also add some small amount of pepper to introduce a little heat into the meat. After cutting these, I'll transfer into a blender and blend into a fine paste. Then we can use it later to steam our meat. I'll go ahead and chop some more onions, which I'll be using later to prepare the stew for our jollof rice. I would like to take this opportunity to thank you all for always supporting my channel by watching the videos, liking and commenting. Thank you so much. And also I will encourage you to subscribe to this channel if you haven't subscribed for more valuable content, and also give this video a thumbs up. Thank you for doing that. Now I've placed the meat on fire, so I'll go ahead and transfer our blended ingredients into the meat. Add some seasoning cube, curry powder and salt to taste. I'll mix this together, cover it and let it cook for about 10 minutes. This is after 10 minutes, so I'll check the meat and add more water to it and let it continue to cook until it is about 80% cooked. I'll be using tomato paste and what I have inside this bowl to prepare the stew for our jollof rice. So in here I have some fresh tomatoes, pepper, onions and green bell pepper. I will prepare this, transfer into a blender, and then I'll blend into a fine paste. All I did was chop the tomatoes into big chunks, and then I also removed the seeds from the green bell pepper. Then I added the rest of the onions and the pepper to blend. It is preferable to use the red bell peppers, but I did not get that, so I went with the green one. So I'll transfer this into a blender, then I'll blend into a fine paste. The meat is now about 80% cooked, so I'll take this, pour it into a different bowl and set aside. Then in the same pot, I'll transfer our blended tomatoes and peppers and let this cook until there is less liquid in it, like so. So at this point, I'll take this off the fire and then we'll go ahead and fry our meat. I already have my oil here, which is already heated up, so I'll transfer some of the meat into it and let it fry until it is golden brown, and then I'll repeat the same process until I finish frying the meat. After frying, I'll be using the oil from frying this meat to prepare the stew for our jollof rice. This will give more flavor to the jollof rice. Now to prepare the stew for our jollof rice, I've transferred some of the oil into this pan and I've added the chopped onions that I chopped earlier. I will let this fry until it is translucent, then I'll go in with my tomato paste and I'll also let the tomato paste fry for about 10 minutes. I would be stirring from time to time to make sure it does not get burnt. So 5 minutes after frying the tomatoes, I decided to check on it, and to my surprise, a portion of this was burnt. I was really shocked because I'm using a non-stick saucepan. So guys, when you are using charcoal to cook, you need to be alert, otherwise you end up preparing burnt offering. But I was so fortunate that it didn't burn much, because this will actually introduce some smokiness into the jollof rice. But please always be alert, because it can get worse than this. We don't want to prepare any burnt offering. After that, I added my seasoning cube, salt to taste, and I decided to stir and mix this together because I didn't want this to burn further. So after stirring it, I went ahead to add some rosemary and some fennel seeds. You can use any spices of your choice, and then I went in with some curry powder. I'll go ahead and mix this and allow it to continue frying. We don't need to fry this for so long, since the tomatoes has already been cooked down and there is less liquid in it. So right now I'll go ahead and add in my stock, and then afterwards I'll let it continue to cook for a while before I go in with my rice. Our stew base for the jollof is now ready, so it is time for us to introduce the rice into this stew. I will stir to make sure it is not burning, after which I'll transfer my washed rice into the stew and add some water to it. So I already have hot water, so I will add some of the hot water to this and cover and allow to cook. At this point, you can taste to adjust the salt in case there is not enough salt, and after this we'll cover this and allow it to cook under medium heat. We need to check this from time to time to make sure it doesn't get burnt. And now our jollof rice is ready. It looks so lovely. But if you still want some smokiness, more of the smokiness, you can cover and allow it to burn a little bit. And then yeah, you have your smoky jollof. But at this point, this is okay for us. So what do you think about this jollof? I don't think the burning has affected the outcome of our jollof rice in any way. It still looks so lovely. You wouldn't know that the stew got burnt at some point. So please do us a favor by giving this video a like if you haven't done so, and also subscribe to this channel. Press the notification bell to get notified whenever we upload a new video, and leave a lovely comment down below concerning this recipe. Thank you so much for watching.